Hello, moms. I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about KCA's first ever science fair. I'm so excited. It's going to be April 21st. And when I said science fair, if you did not have that I'm so excited feeling, but you kind of felt like it was the same reaction if you heard the word root canal, then I want to share with you a couple of things to help you be like, we can do this. We can do this. Two main things I want us to understand. This is your kid's project. Do not take ownership of this. Do not, okay? 2nd through 5th grade, it's optional. If they want to participate, I think it would be fun. I think they could probably do a really good job. And what our point is here is an interest-led investigation into a question. I wonder if plants if they grow more under different color lighting. Or maybe a problem, I've got a stain and I don't know what can get it out. And so they're looking at a couple of questions or a problem, okay? And they're answering that through experimentation. So we're going to give you, so the first thing is this isn't your project, but we're going to give you a rubric, and this is what we're looking for with their science fair project. There will be a paper and there will be some sort of presentation. Maybe it'll be a display board with all of the stuff that they did. But as long as the paper or the presentation covers ask the question, you got to ask what the question is. Tell us what your question is. Conduct the experiment, walk us through the experiment. So your board may say, these were my steps in the experiment and these were the materials I used. Analyze the results. Tell us what happened. Is there a graph? If we're talking about plant growth with the lights, show us how much they grew. Did you measure them every 2 days? There's going to be some sort of graph showing us what progress we had. Conclusion, this is where you're really going to throw in all the science you learned about that. So how does light affect plant growth? And so that's where they're going to be researching. We would like for them to have a few different sources. So whether it's internet or you take them to the library and they pick out a few books, and then connection to the real world. So is this something that's applicable to the real world and how would it be? And then communicate the results. This is going to be their display board and they're showing us all the stuff put together. 2nd through 5th grade, this is optional if they want to do this, okay? 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, this is going to be something that we're asking all of them to do. There will be prizes. I think they will have fun. A lot of the kids have been excited about it so far. So it's not your project. We want this to be something the kids are interested in and they are investigating. If they need help, I would love to help them, or their science teacher would. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask them all to bring us their question. And if they have, I can't come up with something. I know I want to do something about plants, but I don't know what. I would love to help just ask them questions to kind of get those wheels turning to figure out what they want to land on there. So not your project. Do not take ownership of this. I think that'll take a lot of stress off of you, and I think it will give your child an opportunity to be independent and something they are interested in. Student-led learning interest-led learning is always a magical thing. So number 2, we do not want you spending money on this. There may be some cost depending on what you guys or what your kid chooses to do. There are so many things that they could do that would not cost a penny. We could be looking at heart rate or household items with stains, there are hundreds of things, more than that you could do that aren't going to involve spending any money. But even if there are things that they're doing plants and they have seeds and soil, just make it very low maintenance or low money cost. That's our hope. We do not want this to be a burden for you. Trying to think. I think that is it. It's going to be April 21st. We're going to come in that morning. If your kids are in the spring formal, if they're going to spring formal, the older grades, all we're going to have them do that day is come in and set their display up and leave their paper out. I have a friend who's going to come and judge, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. And thank you for trusting that this is going to be a good thing. and for not just being like, why is she making us do a science fair? Because I think that in the end, you'll be like, this was a good opportunity for my kid. That is our goal here, is that your kids will have a wonderful learning opportunity. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me, because I would love to help your student kind of walk through some things if they're stuck anywhere. You guys have a good weekend.